Famous for their exceptional quality and amazing craftsmanship, Rolex remains one of the most popular luxury brands in the world. However, it's still one of the most unpredictable brands out there. Recently, the prices of some Rolex models have been steadily decreasing, leading to lots of speculation and debate amongst watch enthusiasts that Rolex has lost its mojo. Alas, could that be the case? With the rise of Gen Z consumers in the luxury market, the brand may have its salvation. Today, we'd be going deep into both sides of the coin to come to a conclusion. But one thing is for sure, both possibilities would shape the entire industry. Any Tom, Dick and Harry that's even passively familiar with luxury watches are well aware that buying a Rolex from an authorized dealer right now is like an uphill drive. As if that wasn't enough, in recent times, the top-of-the-line models that were thirsted over by everyone, more often than not, sold at a ridiculous resale price. Then came 2023, making a new dawn, the fall of resale prices. At some point, did you know that the GMT Master 2 Pepsi with the reference 126710BLRO once dropped over 25%? However, with sales figures and commentary from notable experts ringing loud, it seems that the age of sky-high resale prices for Rolex timepieces may finally be coming to an end. Or is it? Looking forward, there are several possible reasons why the prices of Rolex models fell by such a value. Factors like recession can play a huge part. But do you know internal factors also come to play? Of course, we're talking about the Certified Pre-Owned Rolex program, with experts like Rob Corder, co-founder of WatchPro, believing it plays a huge role. As you probably know, the program allows pre-owned watches to get studied by Rolex's experts and deemed certified fresh, with papers coming with it. This instantly removes any risks of the watches being fake, but it comes with a catch: a hefty price tag. Bucherer was the first group to list certified pre-owned timepieces, but guess what? Their prices are significantly higher than the current market value. The fascinating thing about it is that it is now cheaper to buy a pre-owned Rolex model from a trusted seller and get it serviced by Rolex to get the service papers than actually getting a certified pre-owned model. While some enthusiasts would still buy a certified Rolex pre-owned model, regardless of how expensive it is, compared to the alternatives, many refuse to spend crazy amounts for a piece of paper from Rolex. If you haven't already figured it out, Rolex has seemingly used this program to inflate the prices of their watches. Secondary market dealers have to sell their inventory cheaper than their certified pre-owned counterparts to attract customers. After all, if they're all the same price or similar, why not save yourself any extra trouble by getting what's been certified by a luxury brand? At this point, you're probably wondering if this means the market for Rolex is about to crash, aren't you? Well, ponder no more, as right now it seems like the luxury watch market is in a good position to avoid any severe negative effects. In addition to a relatively low supply compared to demand, the rise of a new generation of young shoppers would keep luxury timepieces at their usual highs. As a matter of fact, François-Henri Benamias, CEO of Audemars Piguet, firmly believes it too. In his words, "I don't see prices going much lower. People will want to reward themselves, and when they want to reward themselves, they will look at the most respected companies in watches, jewelry, fashion, you name it." Regarding the new wave of luxury buyers, Gen Z, he notes that the luxury watch market is currently enjoying the merits of a vast structural shift to younger buyers. During the recent global pandemic, countless millennials and Gen Z consumers who were stacked up with proceeds from the crypto boom flooded into the luxury watch market in a bid to get a tangible asset for investment purposes or to have some luxury on their wrists. After all, the lockdowns being then the order of the day, how else would they have spent their riches? These new consumers flocked into the collectible watch world, educating themselves online about rare and expensive watches worn by some of their favourite celebrities on social media sites and sports stars. The demand instantly skyrocketed. Everyone wanted to get an envious watch collection for themselves. Don't take our word for it though. Take a look at what Benamias said concerning the demand. It became crazy because we saw the arrival of young people that were more interested in watches. Some people with money who were not even looking at watches before found out that building a watch collection could be interesting. The good thing for luxury watchmakers is that unlike the flattering meme stock investors of recent memory, the young generation of watch enthusiasts and collectors aren't going anywhere anytime soon. By Benamias's count, the average age of an Audemars Piguet customer is now around 10 or 12 years younger than the average in the company's recent history. The fact Gen Z seems to prefer highly crafted mechanical watches over smartwatches that are arguably more suited to their constantly virtual social life is another testament that their burning passion is no mere coincidence. They seem to appreciate craftsmanship, exclusivity, and the fascinating storytelling of watchmaking. When the Apple Watch came out, you'd be hard-pressed not to think younger customers would prefer it over stainless steel sports watches from luxury brands. Fast forward to 2023, and that's exactly what happened. Fueling the hype is that these younger consumers constantly flaunt their trinkets all over social media, wasting no time to wax lyrical over their new collection. For luxury watchmakers, nothing gets better than this. It's free PR over a wide audience. It's unbelievable how important the internet is for luxury watches nowadays. So just how significant is this new wave of consumers to the world of luxury watches? According to a 2022 BCG by Vestiaire Collective report, the global second-hand luxury market is estimated to be worth around $120 billion, nearly triple the amount it was worth around 3 years ago. For a better understanding, let's narrow it down a bit. A report from iMark Group indicates that the Asia-Pacific pre-owned luxury market reached $7.2 billion alone that year, and by 2028 the value would rise to $12.5 billion, making a growth rate of 9.75% during the projected span. The reason why this demographic of buyers offers salvation to the prices of luxury watches all boils down to basic economics. When the demand for a commodity rises, have it at the back of your mind that it'd more than likely become more expensive, and make no mistake, the demand is shooting up. Driven by sustainability, Gen Z buyers have almost reinvigorated the logic surrounding the entire luxury market. Unlike previous generations, millennials and the latter who want to look good and have a feel of getting luxury on their wrists aren't bothered by getting a used model. It's almost like they're all woke. Their behavior patterns point to the direction of saving costs for a similar experience. After all, is there any tangible difference between used and new watches in terms of performance? Granted, the concept of sustainability in Asia-Pacific region is arguably in its infancy compared to its Western counterparts, but it's fast becoming increasingly mainstream. Fun fact, in Asia, there is an age-old belief that wearing pre-owned clothes can bring bad luck, depending on who the previous owner was. However, the aforementioned superstition is slowly disappearing thanks to the youngsters. According to Sarah Fung, the founder and CEO of Hula, buying pre-owned is now more about finding great style and unique pieces, which has created a new sense of desirability. It's also worth mentioning that luxury watchmakers aren't oblivious to the fact that Gen Z and millennial consumers are reshaping the market as we know it. As a matter of fact, they're even facilitating the switch of focus to them. Would you blame them though? According to a Fashion Network report, luxury spending by Gen Z and millennial consumers are expected to increase 3 times quicker than other generations by 2030. Taking that into consideration, there has already been a visible shift. Edouard Meylan, CEO of watchmaker H. Moser, reportedly disclosed more than 50% of total sales in China were to Gen Z and millennial buyers. Accommodating the tech-inclined generation, the company also takes payments in Bitcoin. With the younger cast undoubtedly leading the next generation of consumers, highbrow second-hand luxury platforms like Vestiaire Collective took the initiative to create digital platforms that make it easier to access unique items all over Asia. You wouldn't even need to leave your home. They even offer trendy materials that are eco-friendly and cheaper while maintaining quality. And we all know sustainability is the mantra for Gen Z millennial consumers. In a nutshell, the interest in luxury goods among Gen Z shoppers is drastically contributing to the demand for Rolex watches. In turn, this would increase pricing at some point.